Yeah,
Mikey
without a doubt.
TV.
Mikey, Canelo is getting a lot of backlash, and the haters are out there, dog, chewing them up. How say one, Mr. Mike Zavala?
Yeah, man. I mean, Ed and Dave, man, you know who to blame. The one to blame is David Benavidez, man. The fight was supposed to come up next. He was a mandatory. All he had to do is petition for his mandatory status, and guess what he do? What he did? He went up. So he stayed at 175. He didn't want the smoke. He didn't want the smoke. So what is Canelo gonna do? If Canelo fights anybody other than David Benavidez, everyone starts to hate. So who's another fight Canelo should fight other than David Benavidez? He should have fought David Benavidez next, but David Benavidez stayed at 175. It's his fault. It's not Canelo's fault. So it's a money grab for Canelo.
Mikey, you know if Benavidez would have stayed at 168, Canelo was not going to fight him in September. You know that. I mean, you do know that, right?
Okay,
thinking. You do know that, right? You do know that.
If Canelo didn't, the IBF stripped Canelo. They took his belt.
I know, but I'm telling you. But you do know that even if he would have stayed, Mikey, you're a teacher. You have a degree. You're intelligent. Come on, man. Come on. You know Canelo wasn't going to fight him in
Listen
September.
to this, Dave. You got to listen to this. That is it. If Canelo didn't fight him, and if Canelo, they would have stripped Canelo, the IBF and the WBC, that's a duck. That's a duck. Why didn't they strip Canelo? That's all you got to do.
It's true. He could have activated his mandatory, and he chose not to. However, Mikey, if he activated his mandatory, that did not guarantee that fight was going to be made, man.
But they would have stripped him. They would have stripped him from the belt, and then we would have been pretty sure Canelo's a duck.
You know for a fact they wouldn't have stripped him. I mean, Canelo's a moneymaker. Of course not. The IBF stripped him. Who's ever heard of the IBF? Who's ever heard of IBF? WBC, dude. WBC never would have stripped him. Look at WBC with Charlo. 4 years. 4 years with Charlo. Did they strip him? Of course not. It's money. It's money.